two mattresses, nearly identical inside. One sells for $900, the other for $4,000. Same foam, same coils, same job. The only real difference is the story printed on the tag and where you happen to be standing when you saw the price. Here's the number that explains all of it. A mattress that rings up for $1,000 often costs somewhere around $100 to $300 to actually build. That's not a typo. Industry figures and consumer reports put mattress markups anywhere from 100 to 900%, which makes a mattress one of the highest margin products in all of retail. You'll rarely buy anything else in your life with a markup that steep. This is the sleep verdict. Today, the Mattress Markup explained in plain English why the price on the tag has almost nothing to do with what's inside the bed, how the 50% off sale is usually the only price they ever plan to charge, and the handful of things you can do to walk out paying what the mattress is actually worth instead of what they wish it was worth. Because once you understand the markup, you stop being the person it's designed for. Let's get into it. Let's break down where your money actually goes. Take a mattress with a $4,000 price tag. The raw materials inside it, the foam, the coils, the cover, the glue, often add up to only $200 or $300. Even a genuinely good queen costs most manufacturers somewhere in the low hundreds to produce. So if the bed costs a few hundred to build and sells for a few thousand, where does the other 90% of your money go? Some of it is real. There's shipping a heavy, bulky object across the country. There's the warehouse, the delivery truck, the returns from trial periods, and the corporate overhead. Those are legitimate costs, and nobody's pretending a mattress should be free. But the bigger slices are the ones nobody points to on the price tag. Marketing, the endless ads, and the sleep science branding. The showroom rent on that giant half-empty store, and the salesperson's commission, which is exactly why they steer you toward the pricier bed. You're not paying for a better night's sleep. You're paying for the machine that sold it to you. So why does an industry get to run markups this steep when most of retail survives on thin margins? 3 reasons, and they're worth understanding because each one is built to work against you. First, you almost never buy a mattress. Once every 8, 10, or 12 years. You have no idea what a fair price is because you haven't shopped for one since the last phone you owned was 2 generations old. They know that. A customer with no reference point is a customer you can anchor to any number you like. Second, you can't comparison shop, and that's by design. As we've covered before, the same bed gets sold under different names at different stores, and exclusive models exist specifically so you can't pull up the identical mattress somewhere cheaper. When you can't compare, you can't tell when you're overpaying. Third, the math only has to work a few times a day. A small mattress store with 1 employee and almost no inventory needs to sell just a handful of beds to cover its costs. At a $1,000 average ticket, 3 or 4 sales a day is $1 million a year business. That's how those empty showrooms on every corner stay open. High margin, low overhead, infrequent buyers. The whole model depends on you not knowing what you just learned. Now the part you felt personally, even if you didn't know it, the sale. You've seen it. 40% off. This weekend only. Was $4,000 now $19.99. It feels like you're catching a deal. Here's how it usually works. The regular price was never a real price. It's an inflated number that exists for one reason: to make the discount look enormous. A retailer whose cost on a bed is $500 can advertise it at $2,000, mark it half off to $1,000, and still walk away with a fat margin while you feel like you robbed them. The discount is the marketing. The sale price is just the price. and that this weekend-only countdown? There's another one next weekend. The sale never actually ends because the sale is the whole business model. So how do you beat it? A few simple moves flip the table. Stop shopping the name and start shopping the spec sheet. The coil count, the foam density, the materials, the thickness, that's the mattress. The brand is the costume. 2 beds with the same guts and different logos are the same bed, no matter what the tag says. Cut out the middleman. A huge chunk of that markup is the showroom and the commission. Buying factory direct or online can save you 50 to 70% on comparable quality, and the good ones give you a trial window anyway, so you're not flying blind. And if you do shop in a store, negotiate, because that giant margin leaves enormous room. The sticker price is an opening offer, not a fact. Ask for their best price. Ask them to throw in the frame and the delivery and be ready to walk. Walking is your superpower. A salesperson on commission watching a sale head for the door will find a better number remarkably fast. Here's the verdict: the mattress markup isn't a conspiracy. It's just a business model that quietly depends on you not knowing 3 things: what the bed costs to make, that the sale isn't real, and that you're allowed to push back. Now you know all 3. The price on the tag is the beginning of a conversation, not the end of one. And the person who knows that walks out paying hundreds, sometimes thousands, less than the person standing right next to them. So tell me in the comments, what's the most you've ever paid for a mattress? And do you feel differently about it now? Are you team I definitely overpaid in a showroom? Team I'm buying online from now on? Or team I'm walking in and negotiating like my life depends on it? Drop it below. I read them all. And subscribe, because this channel exists to keep you from getting fleeced on the stuff you only buy once a decade. This is the sleep verdict. Sleep smarter, not more expensive.